Hello everyone! You join me with a taken apart bus. We did end up having to take the engine out. Really the problem is there are mouse nests that are inaccessible that I'm going to need to take this thing apart to really effectively clean out. It really does need a good once over, so I'm going to do a couple maintenance type things while we're in here as well. Have the carburetors off, we'll rebuild those on the side, and then we'll be able to hopefully throw this back in and have a decent chance of it starting and running for us. I have some clips that I shot earlier in the determination that the engine needed to come out and doing some disassembly there. So I'll shoot those in here and then we'll continue on and we'll keep working on this thing. All right, everyone, let's get going. Let's start pulling these carburetors out. Start with the airbox. I got the linkage off already. Ugh. So this is a dual carb engine. A lot of the later Type 4 engines had fuel injections, but this is the 1.7 liter, or at least provided that this is the original engine, but these are Solex 34 PDSIT carburetors. Let's get the middle part of the air filter box out. All right, yeah, so this sits in the middle and then each carburetor goes off to the side. We should take a look in here. Always love to see what's been inside the air filter for all these years. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Look at that, we got some very skeletal friends in here. Yeah. Man, that is nasty. Okay, mice aside, both of the carburetors are stuck. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll leave the manifolds in place. I'll take off the carbs individually and try and clean them out. We'll see if they need a rebuild at that point, but that'll be the game plan there. This is the reason we needed to pull the engine. This mouse poo is just absolutely blocking all of these cooling fins. These nests are nasty. If I pulled the spark plugs, all that crap would drop down in there. So definitely needed to clean. We'll see how well it comes back. Working on getting some of those cooling fins unblocked. Coming up pretty all right. Right, got a lot of those fins cleaned out, and I think this is going to breathe a lot better. Very important on an air-cooled engine to be able to have airflow. So I'm going to call it for a night. My back is killing me after all of that pick and vacuum work.
One eternity later.
All right, everyone, it is startup day. I did a lot of work that I didn't end up actually filming, getting the carbs rebuilt, getting things put back together on here. Still have a little bit of work to do today before we start getting into cranking it. It needs a fuel pump and some new fuel lines ran, so we'll take care of that. I really just got it cleaned, We did new spark plugs, retorqued the heads, the carbs being rebuilt. Took out a lot of the old emissions equipment that definitely is defunct and not in use. And since this is a 1972, it's going to be emissions exempt here in Colorado. But let's get into those final little tasks before we can start cranking this thing up. Okay, we're here under the bus. Just wanted to show you the old fuel pump there. You can see my little test wires from where I was trying to check it. Then the other thing is going to be this starter solenoid situation. That could be a bit spotty, but shouldn't be too hard to figure that out. And I got something disconnected over there, so just got to get through it. All right, everyone, it's crunch time. We're ready to start this thing. Did do a little bit more work. I figured out the ignition solenoid thing. I'm just going to bypass it right now and just do a direct hardline start. And look who's here. Got the fuel line plumbed, and we're going to both carbs, and we're not leaking. So far we have crank and we have fuel. So we may run into a spark issue, but I'm ready to crank this thing over and see if it starts. Let's get it going. Okay, getting power on. I hear my fuel pump working. We've got our improvised starter switch here. Whoop, that was a puff. Let's give it a little gas. All right, okay, get power back again. There was a puff, so it feels like we have some variety of spark. I don't know what's making the electrical go like that. It's my taillights doing that. Let's see.
Whatever that sound is wild.
The fuel pump is doing most of the.
Oh really?
But also, even when the fuel pump is off,
Yeah.
the ignition and the lights still do that.
Right.
For some reason.
That's funny.
Okay, so that seemed like. Let's make sure all these are like attached.
Yeah. Well, and you're kind of flying blind with the carburetor tuning right now too, huh?
Oh, 150%. Yeah.
So you could have
The chokes should be on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could disconnect the auto chokes and just throw them all the way on manually.
Yeah, they're opening up. Let's keep cranking. Battery's getting a bit tired.
I was gonna say.
Oh, maybe not. We'll give it a rest. Keep on trying. Okay, here we go. Oh, that sounded better. Whoa! Yes! Here it goes. It lives! I totally got sandblasted just then by all the crap flying out. Woohoo! Maybe since it launched stuff out this last time, I'll get it to run a little bit longer here. Yes, man, that is loud without an exhaust on it. Okay, we are rapidly losing light here, but I just put the exhaust back on, so let's see what it sounds like with what remains of that. There we go. It's almost idling. No way. No way! Free! How about that, folks? The free bus runs. This has been such a fun project to pick up and start working on and really bring back to life. I mean, this thing has probably been off the road 30 years at this point. So always love bringing one back. Always love a good first start video like that too. So hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, leave me some comments. Tell me what you think of the free bus and can it be saved further? We'll find out. I'll continue to do some videos on this, but we've got some other projects in the fleet, so we might get this to a certain point and then rotate in something for the winter, and you know, we'll just kind of take life as it comes. Again, everyone, really appreciate you all. Until next time.